Good morning, sports fans, and welcome to the defining moment right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. Welcome, sports fans. Here we go. It is Sunday, February 27th, 2022. My goodness, we are 2 days. I mean, if you count today as a full day, or from right now in the morning, away from March. Yeah, this year has flown by, but after all that nonsense happening the last 2 years, it's kind of nice to get away from all that. Regardless, we have ourselves a great show. Final show of February. Oh yeah! Ha-ha! This has been a great month of sports. My goodness, we've had more motorsports in Southern California than I think I've ever seen in 1 month. And of course, we got one coming up today that my beautiful fiancée Cecilia and I are going to the Wise Power 400 in California. That's right, y'all. We'll be in Fontana in just a few hours, actually, to check out NASCAR's second race of the season. But it doesn't stop there for all of the goodies in the sports world. Oh, no, it does not. In the NBA, my goodness, down go the Bulls. This is one of their flops, but I guess is what it is. How about those Hawks, man? The Hawks take out those Raptors in what was quite the battle, and the Nets overtake the Bucks. Man, we had some great action in the NBA. Also, this last weekend, the Colorado Avalanche looking for real, knocking off the Golden Knights in a very tough game last night. Also, did the Maple Leafs really put up 10 goals on the Red Wings? And did the Red Wings really put up 7 goals on the Maple Leafs? We had football on the ice yesterday, ladies and gentlemen. A very low defensive scoring game. My kind of game in football, by the way. But yeah, we had all those good things going. Also, NCAA basketball. Wow, number 4, Purdue goes down, Smarty gets the win. So many big, crazy games yesterday because number 2 and number 1 go down. Arizona will lose to Colorado, and Gonzaga, no, they did not fall to number 23 St. Mary's. Oh, yes, they did. Women's basketball coming your way. NCAA softball, as the softball season is young. There are games going on right now. NCAA baseball is going to be our MLB this year, and I'm okay with that. So we got that going on. Firestone Grand Prix in IndyCar getting set and ready to get live in just a little bit. And the USFL draft. Oh my gosh, there's so many great things. Did I mention that the MLS returned? Yes! Man, we got some more great games coming up today. Hashtag MLS is back. Ladies and gentlemen, we thank you so very much for tuning in. Get your coffee, get something yummy, get some donuts. This is the defining moment right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
From the shores of the Puget Sound to the rushing waters of the Columbia River, stretching across the Great Cascades, and on IE Sports Radio lives the Northwest Territory Sports Show, hosted by me, Brad Buckingham. On this show, I cover all the great collegiate and professional sport teams that we have here in the Pacific Northwest. Of course, I'm talking about the Seattle Seahawks, Seattle Mariners, Sounders, and even the Seattle Kraken. But I can't forget all of that is good in Oregon either. I got the Trailblazers, the Oregon Ducks, the Beavers, even the Timbers, and much, much more. You can listen to the show every Sunday from 3 to 4 p.m. Eastern, noon to 1 p.m. Pacific on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
Hey sports fans, do you like wine? Well, we've got the show for you. This is Let's Wine About Sports, a show where we talk about wine and sports simultaneously. From the classic Cabernet Sauvignon all the way down to the grapes that you've never even heard of before. Oh yeah, we cover it all. And we'll talk about a little bit of sports as well. Football, hockey, collegiate, women's sports, it doesn't matter. We're going to talk about it all, and we're going to whine about it all. So join me Monday at 8 p.m. on IU Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
That is right, ladies and gentlemen. IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. Ladies and gentlemen, so glad to have you here. Man, it's great. The chat room is bumping. Thank you very much for tuning in, Mr. Marcus Vitali, man. Great dude. Hope I said his name right. Hope I said his last name right, brother. But awesome stuff, man. And thank you very much for tuning in. Let's go Hawks. And you know, that's a great place to start, isn't it? That's a great place to start. This NBA season has been crazy. I mean, seriously, there's really no other way to explain it. So I think the perfect way to start to kick things off here on this week at IE Sports Radio, that's right, you are now tuned in to the defining moment with me, your boy Larry B, kicking off this week in IE Sports Radio as per usual. Well, we're doing things NBA style. I hope you're ready, y'all. Let's do this! Alright. Here we go. We have ourselves a little something since the All-Star break. My goodness. The NBA would come back in a fury. On Thursday night, the Hawks had the Bulls. I'm not quite sure what kind of meltdown happened at the end, but that's no diss to DeRozan. 37 points, amazing job. Homeboy is ballin'. The Hawks, under 500, but we'll get to them in just a few moments. Suns still playing out of their mind. The Pistons even won a damn game. That was just wow. They beat a good team too. I can't even believe I'm saying this, but the Cavaliers are actually a pretty decent team this year. So we've seen some action going on Thursday, okay? The Celtics will handle the Nets very easily. And then on Friday, the Clippers and Lakers go head-to-head in a game that pissed me off. Why? Because the Lakers had this game. That's no shade to the Clipper fans, or is it? But I'll tell you right now, the Clippers, yeah, this was their game. It's just irritating that the Lakers had this in their back pocket and decided to not close the deal. Regardless, though, really good job for the Clippers as they continue, man. They're at 500 now. They're looking good. Lakers looking soft. I'm sorry. We need more. But anyway, Pacers lose a tough one to the Thunder on Friday night, 129 to 125 in overtime. Talk about a great game there. The Heat continue being the strong Heat that they are. Jazz and Mavericks is quite the game as well. Jazz edged out the Mavericks 114 to 109. Now let's go ahead and get into the 76ers. The 76ers, in my opinion, are absolutely out of their mind. Harden is balling now. Embiid is there. These two are really going to make some things happen this year in the second half of the season, and I am really, really excited to see what the 76ers can do. My goodness. Harden in his premiere or his debut for the 76ers, 27 points, 12 assists. Can we like seriously think of how insane this is going to be? Because Joel Embiid, my apologies, 34 points, man. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. This team has lots to cheer about. A solid team. Hornets, by the way, knocking off the Raptors. Hey, how did that feel? Felt pretty good, huh? Hawks will actually knock off the Raptors too last night. Let's talk about the Hawks a little bit. Trae Young, 41 points. Can this man get a hand clap? I mean, can we get a little something for him here? This guy, Trae Young, is a star in this league, man. This dude actually, he's this kind of cat that has that Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant presence. He's not necessarily on that level, but homeboy has that mentality of like, I'm trying to win at all costs. I don't care. Please don't get in my way or you will get run over. That kind of deal. I really love what he brings to the table. Disagree with me all you want to, but this young man is a solid player. So, yeah, the Hawks, man. The Hawks are looking pretty okay right now. I mean, it's not panic mode just yet. But you will be hearing, actually, a lot of Hawks coming up in just a little bit, by the way. In about 45 minutes, my boy Marcus in the chat room, actually, will be live on Peak Sports Talk, talking all things from the Peak State in Georgia. So make sure to catch him talking plenty of Hawks coming up in just a bit. Back to the NBA, man. Cavaliers edge out the Wizards. I'm a little freaked out about this because the Cavaliers, once again, it's just kind of weird seeing them good without LeBron. Regardless, though, man, Markkanen, however you say his name, I don't butcher his name, 23 points last night, looked pretty solid. I really do want to say right now that this Cleveland Cavaliers team looks like they can be a very legitimate playoff team. Did I say they're going to win the championship? No. But did I say they could possibly go to the second round? They look pretty damn good. The Wizards, can you stop being annoying? I mean, seriously, the Wizards have a pretty damn good team. I mean, you have Kyle Kuzma. What the hell's wrong with you? This team, oh my gosh, they're good. But they're just refusing to play like they're good. Lakers? I'm sorry. Anyway, the Nets knock off the Bucks last night, 126 to 123. And, well, there you have it. Today, we have some pretty dang good ones that I'm really excited for. We're going to see the 76ers back in action, probably taking it to the Knicks. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Knicks fans. I didn't mean to be mean. I'm just saying. But, yeah, we got that going on. Celtics and Pacers. Can the Pacers actually look decent? Oh, wait, it's the Celtics. I don't know. Maybe not. I'm sorry. Mavericks and Warriors also going on today. That's going to be one of my games of the day, as well as Jazz and Suns. You have the Jazz looking pretty damn good right now. Okay, this team is a solid basketball team. Heading on into the second half of the season, they lead the Northwest by a couple of games, and then you have the Suns, who are leading by a lot of games in the Pacific. They are on the revenge tour from losing last year, and you know what? Good for them, man. I'm irritated with them. I'm irritated that my Lakers can't be that good right now, but it is what it is. The torch has been passed, I guess, at least for this season. Pelicans, Lakers tonight, so let's go Lake Show. And then, of course, Mavericks and Warriors. The Warriors have done everything they could to be a strong superpower team, but the Phoenix Suns have eclipsed them. Regardless, the Warriors are still the Warriors. And then, of course, the Mavericks. I was not expecting them to be a pretty solid team. I didn't say great, I said solid. Memphis is still much better, in my opinion, in the Southwest, but we shall see. With that said, y'all, plenty of NBA coming your way. If you want more of this good stuff, make sure to tune in tonight at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, for another episode of Fast Break with my boys, Davidson Crooks and Dontarius Locke. You will not regret it, Nick. Great basketball energy. These dudes are the real deal, man. So big ups to them. Make sure to check them out. We'll be talking plenty more NBA tonight. And with that said, I think it's time to switch on over. We're going to switch some gears into NCAA basketball. Alrighty, y'all. I promised some NCAA basketball like 3 seconds ago, and you're gonna get some. I'd love to go in depth with everybody, but unfortunately I can't. My apologies. That's on the Twitter feed, though. If you guys go on the Twitter feed, I get really crazy in depth with like schools that you've probably never even heard of, but that's why I do it. I love it. It is so much fun. So anyway, with that said, yesterday we had some crazy basketball. Oh my gosh, did we not have some crazy basketball? Yes, I'm going to zone in right on the 2 games that were absolutely nuts. Number 2, Arizona will fall to Colorado. Yes, Colorado. We're talking about the team that only had 18 wins before yesterday. 18-10 Colorado. Now 19-10 Colorado. This team, man, Tristan Da Silva, 19 points last night, looked good. He got 7 from 10 from field goal range. Football's in my brain, sorry. And 4 for 4 for free throws. Solid performance. Tell me that number 2 did not get beat down. All right, they did. Okay, they lost 79-63 yesterday to Colorado on the road. You know, all is not lost for this Wildcat team. It's not. Okay, it's not panic mode, none of that. But damn it, what an impressive victory there for Colorado. It's a little bit different than football. They don't like destroy your ranking totally because you lost. And then of course, as number 2 will fall, number 1 will also fall. It wasn't by as big a margin, but my goodness, was it crazy. St. Mary's, man. And they're not a joke either. St. Mary's, after beating Gonzaga last night, they're 24-6. And Gonzaga is 24-3. So we're not looking at like Colorado beating Arizona here. We're not. But what we are thinking here or talking is that St. Mary's is definitely a very good team that should not be overlooked. This guy, Tommy Kuhse, I believe, Kuhse, dude, you know what, he played well, only 14 points, 7 for 13 from field goal, but and 0 for 0 for free throw. But regardless, man, this dude is the beast. Glad to have some shake-up going on here, and hats off to an amazing St. Mary's team. Down goes number 1. But we're not done. Oh no, we are not done by a long shot, because we got women's basketball. Of course, we got a big shout out to USC defeating Oregon last night. That was an awesome game. But big shout out also to my boy Taryn Rodriguez in the chat room. He's at work on his break. We have not talked NCAA volleyball. That'll be later on the show. My apologies, brother. But thanks for tuning in on your break, man. Always show an effort to tune in, and we appreciate all you do here at IE Sports Radio, man. With that said, we're going to talk a little NCAA women's basketball, as we have seen some craziness. Yes, USC lost to Arizona yesterday, but you know what? The ladies battled. Is what it is. At least one of the Arizona teams won yesterday. I'm just kidding. But good team, good game. Number 2, Stanford will defeat Washington 63-56. Overall, I do feel that this team is just going to continue to play extremely well. If Stanford wins another title, you will understand. You will understand that they are that good. Taryn says here in the chat room, looks like the Oregon Ducks laid an egg against USC. Ha ha! They certainly did, Taryn. That one deserves a little laugh. Because it's true. Ha 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 ha. But you know who didn't lay an egg? The ladies of Oregon. Number 25, oh, they're ranked too, defeated Utah yesterday, 73-65. Good game for them. USC, of course, as I mentioned, will fall 68-59 to Arizona. And overall, we had some good basketball games. The one that I think was the biggest thriller was a Big 12 matchup here. Number 20, Oklahoma defeating Kansas State 72-69 yesterday. Maddie Williams, 18 points for this young woman. She does a very, very, very good job. This young lady goes off 18 points, 7 for 11 from field goal, and 4 for 4 from free throws. So, overall, pretty solid stuff there. Today we have some good games coming up here. Number 8, LSU, taking on number 16, Tennessee. These are tournament games, you guys. Understand, this is going to be that crazy. Number 6, Michigan, and number 21, Iowa. The Battle of the Blues is still a rivalry, you guys. I don't care. I throw the records and the rankings out. Duke and number 15, North Carolina going head-to-head. And then number 3, NC State, and number 23, Virginia Tech. Also, can't forget number 4, Louisville, and number 14, Notre Dame. We are jam-packed with great basketball today. I hope you enjoy it. We'll be right back on the defining moment on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports, right after this.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? This is your host, Beantown Brandon from Titletown Sports, right here on the greatest, and I mean the absolute greatest podcast team right here on IESR Sports Radio. That's right. Come join me every Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, live from the greatest city on earth, Boston, Massachusetts, here to talk about all things Boston sports. That is right, baby. We get in to talk about some Boston Red Sox, Boston Celtics, Boston Bruins, New England Revolutions, Boston College Eagles, and of course, your host's favorite team of all, the New England Patriots, baby. Woo! That's right. Come join your host, Beantown Brandon, and let's relive all the glory days of the past, all the great championships that we've endured, all the horrible, heartbreaking losses that even yours truly chooses to forget. So you know what? Grab an ice-cold Samuel Adams. Come with me to Faneuil Hall as we go pick up that lobster roll we've been craving earlier in the week. Let's get some clam chowder, warm ourselves up to some Titletown Sports. Any way you like it, we're going to have a blast. So you know what to do. Join your host, Beantown Brandon, every Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, coming at you from the home and the heartland of Boston, Massachusetts, to represent your New England and Boston sports. Weekly, right here on Titletown Sports, IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is Boston sports. See you there.
Hey, Brandon. You mean your direct feed for all of that is what? I'm just kidding. I love the twist, you guys. You gotta love the energy from our host, Beantown Brandon. They're giving it to you, ladies and gentlemen, every Wednesday evening. This dude is the man talking Boston sports. Speaking of Boston sports, we talked a little Celtics earlier. Yesterday was hockey day, as a lot of my hockey friends would love to say. And, well, I think it's about that time to jump on into this awesome sport that we call hockey. Alright, just so you know, hockey is like the coolest game ever. I love football very much, but man, hockey's freaking awesome. So yesterday we had so many great games. Of course, they were a few weeks removed from the All-Star break. And man, did we see some craziness. The Oilers. This team's actually pretty damn good. If you guys haven't watched the Oilers play, I get it. They're 29, 20, and 3. But I do understand also that this team's full of fighters. They took the freaking Panthers head on yesterday. It was actually a little teeny bit worse. It was actually 4-2 heading into the third period. The Panthers would score 1 regardless. How about that victory on the road, man? The Oilers, 4-3 victory on the road yesterday. Looked pretty damn good. The Penguins and Rangers would play 3 periods just for 1 goal in the third period, man. What a game. Malkin, the milkman, as they call him over there, getting that goal for these Rangers. Talk about a solid performance and a solid victory, man. I mean, 1 goal, if that's all it would be allowed. Hey, they got in there. Flames put a touchdown on the Wild. What is it with the Wild losing like this? Look, every single time, at least the last couple of weeks, I've seen a couple of scores like this on the Wild, and it's kind of hard to believe that 31-16-3, but regardless, 31-14-6. The Flames, very evenly matched game last night. The Flames putting up 7. My goodness, that's just ridiculous. That's a definite blowout in football. Hardcore blowout in hockey, man. So, big ups to them. The Avalanche knock off the Golden Knights 3-2. Okay, this is something that we all gotta know is the elephant in the room. We don't know if the trade's going to happen from Philadelphia for Giroux. We don't know. But we do know that this team, the Colorado Avalanche, are not playing with you. They're not playing you, and they're definitely not playing with you over there. This team is trying to win, like, now. They're 39-10-4. This is a damn good hockey team. I really do believe that this team's going to make quite the deep run. We could have a possible Stanley Cup winner here, you guys. And no, I'm not sitting here trying to ride the bandwagon. You know me, I'm a Ducks fan, and my Ducks suck. We lost on freaking Friday night to the Kings. The Kings continued their destruction moving forward. But overall, you guys, I gotta say that Colorado is a solid team, man. Because the Golden Knights are pretty damn good themselves. That's why I'm kind of like, wow, okay. Like, very good game. The Golden Knights will take the L, but man, we have a scoreless second period. Goals in the first, goals in the second. But it's crazy because all the goals in the third, that is, all those goals will belong to the Avalanche, man. So this Colorado team is looking good. Very, very, very good. They headed into the second period, down 2-1. Then they would score 2 more in the third period. Scoreless second, and then 2 more in the third. They look good, you guys. This is a special team. Be looking for them. All right, next up, Flyers win a game. Yay! The Flyers have had anything but a good season. But you know what? A nice victory yesterday over a pretty good team in the Capitals. 2-1 at home. That's something to spark the happiness, right? We also have the Lightning and Predators. Another really good game. Lightning actually edged this thing out and make it happen. Solid hockey game here. It was actually a little worse. The Predators would play catch-up versus lose at the last minute. So they would score the last goal of the game, but it would still just put them within 1 goal, and defense prevailed for the Lightning. So overall, the Maple Leafs, yeah, what the truck? I mean, are you serious? 10-7. As I talked to Adam Karnick about this, one of our hockey guys here at iSports Radio on the Neutral Zone, along with Zachary Publis on Tuesday evenings, this man said goalies were optional in Detroit tonight. That was yesterday. So, yeah, they definitely were. Maple Leafs put up a whopping 10 freaking goals, man. The Red Wings putting up 7 themselves. It was insanity. More goals than you could imagine. Oh my god, there was more goals there than I've seen in New Year's resolutions. But anyway, solid stuff there, man. And the Maple Leafs looked like a freaking team on a mission. So hats off to them. Also, Bruins over the Sharks 3-1 last night. Solid game for them. And Kings over the Islanders 5-2. So some good games overall yesterday in the NHL. And well, coming on up here, we do have some good ones coming on up. So let's take a quick look at some of these games coming on today. The big one for me, the only game that I see that's actually, don't get me wrong, they're all good, okay? They're all very, very, very good. But the one that I got is Oilers and Hurricanes. You have a Hurricanes team that's actually, one of the best teams in the entire NHL right now. They are looking great. 36 wins. I mean, they're leading the Metropolitan right now. They look good, you guys, and they will be taking on the Oilers, which we just talked about a couple minutes ago, winning a very good game the other day. Even though the Oilers are still 4th place, that goes to show you how good the Pacific really is right now, man. So good stuff there, of course. Let's head to Friday real fast. The Ducks get blown out by the freaking Kings, 4-1. Cecilia and I watched it. That was her first hockey game she's ever seen. At least I think. We were watching that together, and she was like, yeah, boo, Ducks, my first hockey game, and you guys lose. No, I know, right? But it's all good. So anyway, you guys, we got that coming up today. Ducks and Islanders, yay, it's kind of even. Anyway, with that said, great stuff there. Let's move on over to some NCAA hockey. Alright, so I do want to throw this out there. NCAA hockey is freaking amazing! And if you guys aren't like trying to at least keep up with it, you should. You really should. I'm just saying. You know, not telling you what to do. I'm just saying I'm trying really hard to tell you that there's awesome hockey to be played here. So, yesterday we had some pretty good games. NCAA men's hockey, let's start there. Pretty solid games yesterday, as we had some upsets, man. Miami of Ohio, where Big Ben played. I guess not hockey, but will defeat Minnesota with 4-0. Number 8 Notre Dame will sweep number 2 Michigan this week. So down goes Michigan, man. At least I think they did. I think they beat them the other day too. So really good stuff for them. Notre Dame hockey. Look for this team in the Frozen Four tournament, or of course in the NCAA hockey tournament. They look pretty damn good. I really love that. We have Boston University and Boston College, like the Bean Pot would end a couple weeks ago, but that doesn't mean that these two can't duel 6-3, man. I like that score. Boston University over BU over BC. Then we also had number 1 Minnesota over number 13 Michigan Tech 2-1. It's another game that I think that was also a sweep there from number 1 over Michigan Tech, so they look pretty good at Minnesota State right now. Overall, good hockey we have seen. Very, very, very good hockey. We actually had Arizona State and Alaska in a 1-1 draw. There was probably a shootout. I don't know if there's ties or whatever. But I will say that hats off, man, to number 4 Minnesota. They will win the Big Ten last night in style. How about that? Yeah. The Big Ten champs. The number 4 Minnesota Gophers, after an 8-0 victory over their bitter rivals, Wisconsin Badgers. Oh, man, you gotta love that, right? You gotta love some craziness there. Why? Because hockey's awesome. And guess momentum swings are crazy. It's the fastest game I think I've ever seen. And just awesome stuff there. So big ups to some hockey going on here. The tournament will be getting underway soon, you guys. I will be here for all that good coverage, or at least for the majority of it. Great stuff, man. And now let's head on over here for some women's hockey. This is the final week of the regular season. And we had some pretty good stuff this past weekend. Let's see here, what do we have? What did we have here? Oh, today, actually, it's coming up. So, the tournament gets ready to get underway pretty soon here. But, man, today, let's see, Princeton and number 6 Harvard, St. Lawrence and number 7 Yale, Minnesota State and number 5 Minnesota Duluth, all going head-to-head. We did have a couple head-to-heads. Number 9, Quinnipiac, and number 10, Clarkson will go head-to-head. Quinnipiac would win that thing pretty easily, actually. 4-0 or 4-0, man. Talk about a solid performance there from those ladies. And realistically, you guys, not a lot of ranked on rank this week. Really, I think that was it. The only rank on rank game. I did not get more for you guys. My apologies. But I will tell you right now, the hockey game is awesome. Make sure to check it out. Thank you very much for listening. Terrence says headed back to work. Appreciate you for jumping in, man. Jumping in the chat room. And thank you for everybody listening today. So, with that said, we are now down to about 30 minutes, under 30 minutes to go here in this show. So what are we going to do? We are going to take ourselves a quick break. I'm going to grab my coffee, and we'll be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to The Defining Moment right here on iSports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. We'll be right back after this.
What's happening, sports fans? Are you a fan of Southern California sports? Are you looking for a show hotter than a hot summer day in California? Then look no further than the SoCal Supreme Sports Show, where I talk about all things Southern California sports. That's right, all sports teams from Southern California. From the hard-hitting tackles of the NFL, to the killer crossovers and big three-pointers of the NBA and WNBA, to the grand slams of the MLB, to the bone-chilling goals of the NHL, and to the booming kicks of the MLS, the SoCal Supreme Sports Show has it all for you. Oh, and let us not forget about the college sports as well. So join me, Taryn Rodriguez, every week here on iSports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
Sports fans, do you like teams that are tough, cities that are tougher, and fan bases that are passionate about their teams? How about teams that are historic and stadiums that are iconic? Then you belong in Chicago, and you need to check out Chi-Town Weekly. Join me, Adam Kernan, every week as we keep up with all things Chicago sports. Bears, Bulls, Blackhawks, Cubs, White Sox. We'll cover them all, plus more. The Windy City is always buzzing, and we'll keep you up on all the big games and major stories. So tune in to Chi-Town Weekly every week right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
Adam Karnick is correct. IE Sports Radio is your direct feed for all that is sports. And we appreciate you so much, brother. Check out all Chicago sports there once again Monday evenings. Catch him tomorrow. He's got some great stuff coming your way. These Bulls, man. Oh, my goodness. Anyway, with that said, you guys, we're going to shift some gears, as I always say, pun intended, because we're going into some motorsports. And, well, let's just say motorsports are one of my favorites. So, yeah. We're going to get upbeat, we're going to get a little crazy, and we're going to have ourselves some fun. So here we go, y'all. Talking motorsports here on the defining moment on this beautiful Sunday morning. All right, you guys. Last week in the NHRA, we had some pretty good racing. So bummed that Celia and I could not make it to Pomona last week to enjoy the Winter Nationals. But we may be back, we may be there next year for the Winter Nationals, or we may just be there for the finals coming up in November. But congratulations to the first 3 victories here, or the first 3 victors, if you will, of the NHRA. Pro Stock, Erica Enders continues to do her thing. Awesome job for her. Funny car, Robert Height. How about that, man? And Justin Ashley getting it done in Top Fuel. Congratulations to our winners from last week. The NHRA is going right back to it, back-to-back weekends, as they are now in Arizona today for the Arizona Nats. They are getting underway. They are qualifying, and everything's all finished up in the brackets. I believe we start today. So here we go, you guys. Well, of course, they do it Sunday. So keep tracking right here on IE Sports Radio, at IE Sports Radio on Twitter. You will see plenty of updates. And, of course, live timing results. On NHRA.com. It's a very mobile-friendly app, so check it out. And, well, we got some racing going on, y'all. So, that is not the only racing going on today, though, as we have just a little bit more. Just a teeny little bit more racing coming your way. Well, IndyCar makes its debut for 2022. But we get underway actually in just under an hour, right after this show. Like literally right after this show. It is currently on the West Coast right now. 8:38. On the East Coast, it is 11:38. This race gets underway at 9:25 Pacific, 12:25 Eastern. So we're talking 25 minutes after the show. Of course you're going to listen to Peach Talk Sports with Marcus Vitali, right? Of course you are. But make sure to also put TV on mute, but enjoy a good race. The Firestone Grand Prix in Florida coming up this week. Awesome stuff. So that's getting ready to get started in just a little bit. So congratulations to everybody getting ready to start this race. And looking at my IndyCar app, hello Castroneves, is he racing again this year? Maybe he is. I don't know. I know he's going to do the 500, I think, but I don't know if he's racing in the season. But anyway, regardless, see, I have kind of got out of the wave for a little bit there, kind of got out of the loop a little bit. But anyway, alrighty, well, with that said, a little more motorsports coming our way. We don't have no Formula One for a little bit. Of course, round 1 set to get underway on March 20th, it looks like, in Bahrain. But we do, once again, number 1, the 20, what is that again? Oops, sorry about that. Bahrain on March 20th, round 1 of the Formula 1 season. But today, Cecilia and I are headed out in just about an hour and 20 minutes to the Wise Power 400 in Fontana, California. Yesterday, you guys. Last week was a good one, man. Oh, was it not a good one? Was it not a good one? Was it not? Because I thought it was pretty damn good. Daytona 500, man, Bubba was so close in that race. But regardless, man, we had ourselves a first-timer. And he wasn't just a first-timer winning in the actual Cup Series. What do you call it? It wasn't his first ever Daytona 500, that is. It was also his first time ever freaking winning ever in the Cup Series. There we go. As Austin Cindric will earn the checkered flag, of course. Big checkered flag in the 64th running of the Daytona 500. So congratulations to him. A rookie, you guys, got it done. Some drivers race their whole career and don't get one of these. So hats off to him. And there you have a little bit of racing action. Awesome stuff. But today, I'm excited. I'm ready to rock and roll. I don't know, man. I overtook Alex Bowman because he drives that. Well, actually, no, Bowman's an idiot. I am so sorry. William Byron is now my adopted driver. Of course, I cheer him on because of the 24, because of Jeff Gordon. I also cheer on Daniel Suarez. First Latino, at least I think first Latino, but by the way of La Ciudad de Mexico, awesome stuff, man. Definitely always cheering on Daniel Suarez. And Bubba Wallace, man. I'm a big Bubba Wallace fan as well. Those are the three guys I love to cheer on every Sunday. So let's go, you guys. Let's see what we got going today. Cecilia and I will be there. Make sure to check out at TSCP_IESR on our, we will be back next week for our podcast. I know, keep on saying that. We'll see you soon. Celia hasn't, she's been a little under the weather, hasn't been feeling the best. But we will get back on it, and we're ready to roll. So hear plenty about our experience, and see plenty of our experience today at the Auto Club Speedway in Fontana, California. We are excited for that. You'll see plenty of our racing, all kinds of videos and pictures and fun stuff, so make sure to check it out. We will see y'all soon. Alrighty, with that said, we got some more things to get into. This show does not end, you guys. Just kidding. It does. In about 18 minutes it does. But we are going to continue right on here with a little bit of soccer action. What in the heck, man? This past week, of course, the MLS, we're going to get to that last because, we just started yesterday. But in the Premier League, hey, guess what, you guys? It's still just between Man City and Liverpool because, that's pretty much it. So, Manchester City will defeat Everton 1-0. And Liverpool will, I don't know where the heck they are. They played sometime. They won on Wednesday over Leeds 6-0. I really wish we had playoffs in this league. Don't kill me, Europeans. I'm sorry. Don't throw stuff at me. But yeah, there you have it. I mean, really, once again, I know Larry B's always getting on here talking crap about the European leagues. I'm just saying I'd love to see, an actual race towards the finish versus somebody that already won in December. I say the same thing every weekend, I'm sorry. Real Madrid leads this thing in España. They lead La Liga 60 points over Sevilla, which is currently second place at 51 points. Need I say more? That's pretty much it. Real Madrid will do their thing this week, and they won on Friday. Actually, they won on Saturday, defeating Rayo 1-0. Yep. What happened? So we have that good stuff there. Next up, we're going to move right on over to the Bundesliga, where, it's kind of the same thing. Bayern Munich. I had so much faith in Dortmund. I was like, yes, let's freaking make this a challenge for Bayern Munich. But they didn't. And I don't know. I don't really know what to say. But it's what it is. The champions got it done. Or the defending champions for the last 50 years. I'm just kidding. Bayern Munich defeated Frankfurt 1-0 from butchering these names. My apologies. But they're still leading extremely strong in the Bundesliga. Season's coming to a close in a few months. It's pretty much over with. But a league that's actually kind of cool because it looks like it could be a 4-team race. AC Milan, Inter Milan, Napoli, and Juventus 57, 55, 54, and 50. Those are the points heading into this week, or at least in this week right now. Not a bad little start here. You know what? Inter Milan will annoy me on Friday because it was a draw. And also, but it wasn't that bad because AC Milan, Udinese, will draw as well at 1-1. So, not too bad. Juventus looking good. They defeated Empoli 3-2. So they got themselves a few points, and Napoli will be playing Lazio in just a little bit. That is major. If this team can win this game, they'll be actually tied for first place with AC Milan. So yeah, see, that's competitive, right? Am I the only one here that loves competition in some of the bigger leagues around the world? No, right? Moving on over to Ligue 1. PSG, they won. They have 62 points, and the closest to them is Nice with 46. So, yeah. And then, of course, in Liga MX, another great one here. They're only 7 games in. Puebla with 17 points right now. Pachuca with 16. UANL, Tigres with 16. Cruz Azul with 13. And Atlas with 12. So, current top 5 there. Some good stuff going on there. And then, of course, we'll get on into, and I know I got to get more soccer leagues from around the world. My apologies, guys. I can stick to those usually because they're just so accessible. But I know, I can dig a little deeper. My apologies. But I will. You know me, I usually do. And of course, usually having to rush the show down to an hour is not easy. So, let's roll yesterday. And I'm going to recap every one of these because damn it, I want to. In the MLS, y'all, we had the start of the MLS season yesterday. 1-1 draw for Philadelphia and Minnesota. Also a 1-1 draw for Dallas and Toronto. A 0-0 draw for Miami and Chicago. And a 2-2 draw for Portland and New England. Talk about some great soccer. Let's talk about some games that actually had a winner. We had Columbus Crew getting down, man, 4-0 over Vancouver. Talk about a victory there, man. LAFC also laying it down versus Colorado, 3-0. These two teams just laying it down at home. How about Austin, Cincinnati, man? Austin FC destroys Cincinnati 5-0. DC United destroys Charlotte 3-0. Wow, the only game that wasn't a shutout and that was not a draw was the New York Red Bulls, where San Jose actually scored a goal at home, but the Red Bulls said, well, that's nice. We'll score 3 of our own. So they did. And the Red Bulls, 3-1. So, yeah, great first day of soccer yesterday in the MLS, as you heard from Mr. Andrew Hagendahl last week, that the reason why they're doing this early is because of the World Cup in Qatar in the winter this year. So Taryn asked that question yesterday, last week in the chat room, so thank you for that. So there we go. Orlando and CF Montreal. Atlanta United and Kansas City. LA Galaxy and NYCFC. That's great. We have the defending champions. Wonderful. Let's go Galaxy. Great. Houston and Salt Lake and Seattle and Nashville today getting underway. So looking forward to some great soccer. I hope you are as well. So there you have it. Some good fun stuff there. You gotta love some soccer, right? Alrighty. So briefly, we're gonna roll into a little bit of the world of lacrosse. Yeah, I said it, damn it. Lacrosse is awesome. Alright, yesterday, Maryland, they will knock off. Number 5, Maryland will knock off number 7, Florida. 18-8. Some cool scores in lacrosse, really. Good stuff there. Also, in some lacrosse action, Pennsylvania, they will actually knock off Duke in overtime. Really cool stuff here, 14-13. Congratulations to Penn. Virginia will defeat Syracuse 20-11. They're, I believe, ranked game there. The men of Maryland will also get down, defeating number 20 Princeton. Number 1, by the way, Maryland. 15-10. They looked good. And then, of course, the Ohio State Buckeyes, pretty much good at everything, will defeat Harvard 17-12 in a very good game today. So a little bit of lacrosse action. We're going to get you ready, of course, for that tournament coming up in May. But we've got a little ways. It's regular season right now. But it's a fun tournament, great stuff, and really just awesome stuff overall in lacrosse. You got to enjoy it. So, alrighty, with that said, it's time to get over to the Diamond and not the MLB, because the MLB sucks. I'm sorry, I'm pissed off at the MLB right now. But I will say that we do have some NCAA NCAA baseball, because women's is softball, so it would make sense when we call it men's baseball, women's softball. My apologies. But we do have some goodies for you here as well. Yesterday, we had some great wins. Let's see here. And this was pretty impressive by some of these teams. Number 18, Georgia defeats Gardner-Webb 14-5. Just an overall great game there. And then, of course, last but not least, let's go ahead and kick it on over into a little bit of baseball. Get back to the Diamond here. Number 21 defeats Winthrop. Liberty, that is. Number 21, Liberty defeats Winthrop 8-1. Solid game there. If you're still listening to Marcus, number 16, Georgia played very well in 8 innings yesterday, defeating Akron 10-0. UNC will upset number 25, East Carolina 2-0. And, well, there you have it. Plenty of great stuff going on yesterday. Number 1, Texas will struggle a little bit, but Alabama came to play. Regardless, number 1, Texas defeats Alabama 2-0. And if there's anything else I missed, let me take a look here. Not really. UCLA defeats UC Riverside 12-0. Ouch. Kind of tough. But overall, we have some solid games here. Sacramento State defeating number 12, Long Beach State 5-4, and what was a solid one as well. And there you have it. So a couple of these games did get canceled, and there you have it. So let's head on over to some softball real fast before we conclude today's show and, of course, getting into damn, son. Well, I gotta tell you right now, overall, the ladies on the Diamond definitely make it happen. As we've had some great softball, really great softball in the last couple of weeks. I urge you to get into it as much as you possibly can. The woes, man. Washington, those ladies have lost a couple of games, kind of rough for them in the last 2 days. Last night, UCLA had a great day yesterday, knocking out both Baylor and Tennessee, both ranked opponents. Solid performances for them. Oklahoma and Tennessee actually go into 10 innings, where Oklahoma wins 9-8. A solid game for them. And then, of course, there we go. Washington defeating Northwestern defeating Washington. I think it's kind of a toughie there for them. Washington has had the woes this weekend in softball. Not the best for them. Kind of a rough go. Oregon will defeat Cal State Fullerton 4-3 in what was also a solid game there. Plenty more updates to come at IE Sports Radio, of course, on Twitter. So check it out. Show some love. And, well, there you have it, y'all. We will have plenty more of that coming up your way next week. Well. It has come to that time already. We have reached the segment that I just love to have fun with, because it's a fun one. I gotta say, we just finished with baseball, but we're gonna stay with it for just a little bit longer. This week, or yesterday, there was a game that was absolutely unbelievable. It's just crazy to think of what actually happened in this thing. Ladies and gentlemen, the Tennessee Volunteers took the Diamond versus Iona yesterday, and a score would happen that can only make you say, "Damn, son." Damn, son! The number 18 Tennessee Volunteers will blow out poor Iona. I mean, not poor Iona. They're a good team, but my goodness, Tennessee, 29 runs, 29-0. I want to know how many pictures Iona went through. Oh my gosh. That's not even cool. Like, I feel really bad for this team right now. Oh my gosh, that's not right. I mean, golly, 29 runs. And it'll go like this, you guys. In the first inning, Tennessee will score 2. Okay, that's average. They will not score anything in the second. In the third inning, they add on 3 more. Uh-oh, it's getting kind of crazy. Then in the fourth, they go off. 5 runs, you guys, in the fourth inning. Now, it is getting really bad. In the fifth, they score 4 more. It's getting a little ridiculous now, and Iona needs everything they can possibly get to come back at this point. Well, then it doesn't stop there. In the 6th inning is where the door got slammed shut, basically, if it didn't already. I think it got slammed shut actually a lot earlier, so my apologies. In the 6th inning, Tennessee will score 7. Okay, can we just call the game or something? This is getting ridiculous. Extremely ridiculous. But it doesn't end there. In the 7th inning, they score 6. And just when you think it's okay, we're going to coast and this game is over. No! Tennessee! They were like, damn, son! We're scoring, so we're going to score some more. And they scored 2 more. Wow! Oh my gosh! Were they trying to beat the record of most freaking home runs scored in a game ever? Wow! That's ridiculous! Golly, man! So, in the 9th, they just, of course, it ended because there was no bomb of the 9th when Tennessee was at home. But talk about a performance they put on for their home fans. Some of them probably got bored. I mean, unless, I don't know, maybe not. I mean, all I know is this was ridiculous. Damn, son, exactly. This was incredible. This is crazy. The DH Moore would put up, he had 5 RBIs, man. Good job for him. Gilbert had 4, Scott had 4, Lipscomb had 3. I mean, some of the hitters. Beck had 4. Overall, man, Steenstra, I believe, he had 2. This team looked good, you guys, yesterday. And overall, hats off to Tennessee. My apologies, Iona. But when you see a score like that, oh my gosh. Anyway, that's going to do it for Damn Son this week. And ladies and gentlemen, boy, was it a damn son. Will we see Tennessee in the tournament this year doing big things? There's one game, but we shall see. Alright, y'all, you know what time it is. It's time to cue the music, because we are out of here. With that said, you guys, it has been all kinds of fun today. I am so happy to have spent this time with you, and I'm just really, 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 really excited that this team, Tennessee, had something fun to talk about. But it was awesome, and I'm glad that we had a very fun show for you guys today. As per usual, spring is in the air. That was today's show, and why? Because all this baseball is here. We got lacrosse going on. I'm sorry we did not get to NCAA men's volleyball today. Didn't even really get a hit on what happened. So make sure to get tearing for that tomorrow, 6 p.m. Pacific time, 9 p.m. Eastern. Great stuff, and you definitely got to enjoy our shows here at IE Sports Radio. With that said, that will do it for me, your boy Larry B. I'll be back next week. There's so many more things to get into. We didn't even get into the USFL today. Bad Larry B. My apologies. It was just the draft. So we'll be talking some USFL coming up. And overall, man, it's going to be awesome to see some more football coming up in the spring. With that said, make sure to check us out, of course. Follow us at IE Sports Radio on Twitter at IE Sports Radio, on Instagram at IE Sports Radio, and of course on Facebook at IE Sports Radio. Give us a follow. We certainly like that. Or give us a like. We certainly like that. Of course, check out our website, iesportsradio.com. and show us some love. We love it. Big ups to Miss Patty Bax. She is awesome. Joining IE Sports Radio. She's a Hall of Famer now, of course, joining IE Sports Radio. So many new shows, just a few more to go until we have every major region in the country covered. We're going to try to get to all the regions, of course, but so many great things coming our way, and we just couldn't appreciate it all. We couldn't appreciate it enough. As I always say, big ups to the man above, our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, for without him, nothing is possible. So big ups to the man upstairs, and of course to all of you listeners out there. Without you guys, IE Sports Radio is nothing, y'all. So we appreciate you so very much. Thank you guys for being a part of this. So many great shows coming your way this week. We have the premiere of both Palm 3 Sports, our Florida show, and the Bayou Bulletin on Saturday. We also have the Buffalo Huddle coming up on Tuesday. Reppin' to NorCal Sports has 2 shows a week now. I mean, it's all this craziness. Valley Sports, our Arizona show, will be debuting also on Saturday. Saturday is the day of debuting, man, but crazy stuff. Of course, Cecilia and I will be back on Saturday as well. Sorry, on the Sports Cup perspective. So many great things, you guys. And that is that. With that said, you guys, big ups to our sponsors, the SoCal Warriors and Background Check International. Make sure to give them some love, show some love at SoCal Warriors on Twitter, at Southern California _Warriors on Instagram, and at Southern California Warriors on Facebook. Also, Background Check International. Give Kit Fredman a try, you guys. He's awesome. Background checks. Nothing illegal now. Don't be crazy. Don't let them get that. But make sure you check him out and get your order in for all you businesses out there looking to build your business. www.bcint.com. Once again, www.bcint.com, and also Background Check International, space BCI on Facebook. Give them a follow. And that'll do it, you guys. Big ups to our sponsors and all of our listeners. Let's have a great week at IE Sports Radio. Cecilia and I are headed to the races, you guys, in Fontana, California for the Wise Power 400. We will see you next week. Until then, take care, and as always, God bless.